Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Thursday Night Live number 30. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yay, Thanksgiving time.
Welcome to Thursday Night Live number 30. You gotta mute your video feed, Shadow. That's right, I gotta mute mine, duh. Forgot to do that. Alright, it's muted.
Yeah, watching ourselves.
I know. Well, I do gotta do that for them. That's easier to do it that way than to watch it through the damn.
You think that Hangouts would integrate the chat system on here?
No, that'd be too easy. Well, there used to be.
Yeah, in the beginning of Hangouts, when Hangouts was actually useful.
There actually used to be those who would watch the Hangout and there was a Hangout chat, and then there was like when you stream it to YouTube, and then there was a whole nother chat for that.
Yep. And I also got Pan with me too. He's looming over top of me.
Hello.
He's looming.
Looming.
You shouldn't do that. That's not nice.
I might go actually into the other room and start cleaning, but have Hangouts running on my phone, so that way I can join in and just chime in while I'm cleaning.
All right. Pretty slow day for being Thanksgiving. Work is dead.
It'll pick up here and later at night when people get home.
Yeah. Well, given that,
I'm sorry.
What really blows my mind is I've seen people today, like around I don't know 1:30 already in line at a store that I'm not quite sure why there's already a line there.
Just wait until a week later and buy it on Amazon.
What's up, Around and Around? How you doing, bud? You home yet, or are you still out playing?
Me or him? Who?
On the side, in the side chat.
Ah. Well, you said around is in around, not around.
That's his name, his channel name.
It's just as confusing as having someone's name called Xbox Off. Of course, Xbox developers didn't think about that little hole.
Yeah.
Later.
Well, that only works for anyone using the Kinect mic.
It's interesting how technology comes, then dies, and comes back again. Nintendo came out with the VR system. A terrible, terrible VR system. And VR has just been one of those things that they keep trying to get off the ground. And to me, it sounds super appealing. I want to buy one. So I can easily use VR. But the price points,
It's going to be a while before VR gets... I mean, Christ, they was introducing VR clear back in the 3DO days.
Until 4K and 8K displays become very common, I don't think that VR is going to have much of a contentment to do what it needs to. In order to get a crystal clear picture, you need to have at least a 2K display on each eye.
Well, they're doing it with... they're getting about 2K displays on phones now.
Yeah.
And that's what the whole VR or the Google Cardboard thing was about. WGP, what's up, dude?
If you would have actually made it to Anthrocon and have a chance to try the VR stuff, it was actually pretty nice.
I've tried VR before.
Next free Xbox, so I'm pretty sure I could stick some fur on the Xbox. There's this wolf dog up in Canton, Ohio, not far away from you. He actually had a motorcycle that he put like this fur all over, and it was like a copper style.
Yes, and I've seen those pictures.
You've seen Wolf Dog's pictures?
I've seen them while looking online for. I've seen a couple people who did that.
Yeah, I went up and visited Wolf Dog a couple times, like long ago.
You said in Canfield, you said?
Canton.
Canton.
Yep, it's not terribly far away from me. It's on the northern end of Ohio.
Oh, leave me alone, people.
It was last time I heard of them up there. And of course, I think almost everyone in the furry community around Ohio or in general knows about Aquafox.
I've heard that name.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, Aquafox.
I'm just happy I was able to meet Telephone. Telephone was like kind of like my biggest dream come true kind of thing.
I love seeing you guys, family. You guys have a great day, okay?
What the hell was that?
Come on, Jay-Z.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, bud, how's it going?
Oh, not too bad.
Talk to both of you, buds.
Time for a vape off again.
Hold on 1 second. You're overpowering the speakers there. All right, talk now. Go ahead and talk now, Mike.
Yo.
Wow. Is he coming in really hot on your side, too?
Yeah, it's pretty loud on my side. Yeah, I have to find the picture of the telephone. I'm pretty sure it's on my laptop still because ever since the giant problems I had in the late July, I still haven't taken out all of my stuff off my computer, off my laptop from Amplifon. And sitting there is telephone and pictures of her.
I've seen him. I've not really talked to him, but oh, you son of a...
Now, something that's kind of interesting is Angel Dragons have taken off so much, but Circles have not. At least not in the convention form.
Well, dragons have been around for a long while, though.
I mean, Angel Dragons are significantly different than regular dragons, though. Like, significantly. I spent a good bit of time researching, like, the Intel Angel Dragon type pipeline. It's kind of interesting.
I didn't know there was one.
Oh yeah, Dutch Angel Dragons is the official species of Telephone, and she's made her own species, just like Circles. Circles came out, and they're very unique on their own. They have an entire storyline and lineage that goes with it. But yeah, she's the head developer of the Dutch Angel Dragon community.
So what are you up to, Mike?
Oh, just got in. I want to see if I can adjust my levels down a little bit for you guys.
I got it on my side. I don't know if it's affects the whole chat or not.
How's that sound?
There you go.
Ran away from me. Hold on.
Let me adjust your slider here again. All right, say something.
Something.
There you go.
Something.
I've never used this set of headsets with my laptop before. I figured there'd be a hiccup somewhere.
You're coming in loud and clear, man.
Yeah, it's been a lazy day for me, pretty much. But Yeah.
First question: did you have any turkey?
Nope, no turkey. In fact, I've had
Oh,
eggs and ramen. That's about it.
no turkey. There's no excuse then.
Yeah.
I'm about to upload my ass. That's interesting, Diet Coke. And I got it working again.
I told you there's probably nothing. Good for
I had
you, my friend.
I had to hook it back up to the and then reflash it. And because I didn't, when I first went and do the firmware update, I didn't read the full thing. I thought he just wanted me to hit this button. No, I had to hit both the jog wheel and that at the same time until the message went away. And that bricked
It's an adventure.
it. It went catastrophic just because I didn't hit the with buttons. Like, wow, okay.
This is a pre Black Friday treat for me. The missus ain't home, so I get to sit in the living room and
She's
chat
not
with you
home.
guys.
She had.
She's out with her aunt and her mom shopping the stores, spending all my money.
Nothing's open yet.
Oh, around here they are. They start at 2:30 this evening.
Jeez.
My question is, it's Black Friday sales, yeah? It's not Friday yet.
Yeah, I get that a lot at work. I have people that's been calling me, like, because we have like the pre-Black Friday catalogs, and we have the sneak peek catalog for what's happening on Black Friday day and then week. And we have people, like it was 4 or 5 days ago, calling for the pre-Black Friday. It's like they wanting the pre deal. Like I can't give you a pre deal amongst everyone else, like before everyone else.
Well, can you give me the pre deal?
No.
I thought there were just limitations on less pre's, you know?
Yeah, and one of the things that's on sale that I bought last year at Dunham Sports, which is where my roommate works, was a Rough Rider revolver. I got the 6-shot. It's like old Western cowboy revolver. Shoots 22 Magnums, WMRs, and it was $140, right? Well, Rough Rider came out with a non-9-shot version of the same thing. Because 6-shot is kind of, you quickly go through it. I have a concealed carry H&R 9-shot 22 Magnum that I carry with me. Sometimes I found out that I don't really like carrying revolvers as your primary concealed carry gun. It's too bulky. But the Rough
Too
Rider,
bulky.
yeah, revolvers are.
You need to walk out like it's Wyatt fucking Earth, goddammit.
Yes.
But however, with the 22 WMR 9-shot Rough Rider, it's with a 6.5-inch barrel. Yeah, it's like, yeah, put that on my side.
That'd be similar setup to the old H&R 9-shots.
Yeah.
They had back in the 70s. I had the one with the 7.25-inch barrel. I mean, that thing went down in your leg, it felt like.
Yeah, the HMR that I have is like a little 2.5. It's a smaller snub nose style. But the Rough Rider I was looking at getting because I haven't posted any videos on YouTube yet, but yeah, I have a video I'm working on about concealed carry. Yeah, it's it's going to be fun. It's going to get a lot of views. It's going to make a lot of people mad.
I was going to say, bulky to carry. That's bulky.
Oh, I have one of those. Actually, carried that as my concealed carry gun for the fall and winter time. I started carrying the Taurus PT-111 G2 Millenniums. I have 2 of them, and
actually, those are very nice guns.
Yeah, they were on sale a while back for $199.
That's about the same I paid for this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So apparently Matt must be watching. So apparently Matt must be watching this while he has company over. And is that a brick? E-Money's cutting on the.
well, one thing you can say about high points, if you say anything else bad about them, is at least you have something else you can use as a weapon when it runs out of ammo.
Yeah,
It's not just a brick.
It makes
It's
it real.
not just a brick. It's got a handle to it and a loophole. You put string on it. That way you can kind of swing it around and hit them.
We know you're kidding, E-Money.
No, actually,
high point. It can take a lot of abuse before it breaks.
Actually, if I break it, I know I can take it back into Ohio. I wouldn't mail it because it costs me more to mail it than just drop it off.
Yeah,
but
to me.
I'll drop it off. They'll fix it, mail it back to me with a brand new magazine.
I live about
and it wouldn't cost me anything.
I live about an hour away from the factory that makes them. In fact, it's mostly made by prisoners, inmates.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The High Point Firearms is mostly assembled by prisoners in Greenville. It should say Greenville on the side of your gun.
To E-Money says you got a Springfield, and the other one says he's got 38 special, a 22 rifle, Moosberg 500. Mossberg. I'm gonna butcher these gun names.
Yep, Mossberg 500's been around forever. Even before it was a 500, it was called a New Haven. In fact, I own a New Haven. It's a very, very, very common shotgun. You can get one for about 180, usually, new at a store.
I own many rifles, many shotguns.
I have 0.
But this High Point is mine, and I called it Charlie.
Charlie, why did you shoot me?
He worked at a gun shop pawn shop as a gun broker.
I'm actually a gunsmith.
I actually make none of the sorts, but I'm going to be melting metal soon, and got my forge put together, so I'm probably going to make a cannon. Because I'm pretty sure you can legally get away with making percussion weaponry.
There is actually a size limit on that.
Yes. I mean, it's like Pennsylvania, which is very weird with Pennsylvania in areas. A lot of areas don't think black powder weapons. They don't consider them a gun. It's an open carry state anyway, but you could actually have a loaded flintlock in your car, and a lot of places just don't care because they don't see it as a gun.
Yeah, I'm like I said, got a good YouTube video probably coming up next week that is all about open carry and the police. It is, Dante knows, it's complete, utter trash what happened. But, and as far as like the percussion black powder weapons go, I can send them right to someone's doorstep. No FFL, no license, no anything. Hey, you want to buy a revolver? Okay, give me back $200 and I can send you a PETA model Navy revolver to your house that looks extremely intimidating.
Well, they just don't look extremely intimidating. At close range, they do a very good job. They're 6-shot, but you normally only need a couple of shots to do the job. You know what I mean?
Around, I'm going to keep it politically correct. I'm not going to read that out loud.
I got to go over and see the side chat.
See, most criminals can't afford guns, so that solves the problem in itself. Criminals that can afford guns could probably afford to, not do any criminal things. And then Texas, it's a self-solving state by itself. Everyone has a gun.
Pine floors. Bobo, I know you're a floor guy. You can kind of see where we spread it in some of the newer pieces. I think
Because I've actually thought of at first. I've thought about going black powder before I actually started picking up my pistol collection. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just get my. Well, it's not a CCW in Pennsylvania, but we'll call it a CCW. Everybody knows what CCW means. You know what I mean? It's there's like 5 or 6 different letters, abbreviation for Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And I decided to get that.
And I know Pennsylvania and Ohio has pretty equal laws in most cases.
Yeah, they're real similar. I mean, there is a few laws in Ohio, but they're so similar, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm on my lunch break, so don't have too much time left to diddle it around. But I didn't tell anyone yet, but I had my puppy that I don't think I even told anyone about. Apollo, he accidentally got into some bleach water recently.
Got into bleach water.
Yeah. My roommate was a little careless, and he left the faucet off, so the dogs didn't really have anything to drink, and left some bleach and Fabuloso mixed water there, and the puppy didn't know any better. My older dog does, and drank it. So I had to yesterday.
Okay, so we've got one more bedroom.
Night. I was up all that day trying to keep him alive.
Oh my goodness.
Usually, it's either cut and dry one way or another kind of thing. But he was kind of going in and out of life. And I had a drug bag with me on it because my rest on the side. The thing is, almost none of my drugs for humans work on dogs. I tried giving it some Narcan because I researched and found out that sort of works for dogs. That would help eliminate most of the poisons. I don't think anything is based. Either way, spent about 6 hours keeping on the brink of life, and finally was able to get him to somewhat be more responsive. Seems to be recovering now.
They still around, or
still alive, still next to me. He's just really tired. The problem with bleach is what it does is it kills all the bacteria in your intestinal tract, which your body relies on flora to digest things. And bleach is kind of so if you have the wrong bleach, the wrong bacteria in your stomach, your stomach out. Check and balance system in your intestinal tract. So if you have like an upset digestive system, then chances are something somewhere killed a certain bacteria that needs to function to balance the system out. But I won't know for sure if his bacterial flora came back into check until another day or so. Because he can act perfectly fine, because I can get nutrients in his body, but it's all about his flora return back to normal.
Is he drinking, or?
We still have to feed him manually. So his body won't have the desire to eat anything because his body's like shut down on the side of I don't want to eat anything.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's getting along. So I'll know more about that soon. So speaking of knowing more, when are you gonna come visit me, Dante?
Called this thing that I need money and I'm a reliable car.
I actually was able to get my Frankenstein truck back yesterday.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah,
How's it coming along?
It costs about almost $600 and some to get fixed, but yeah, it's back in one piece relatively.
So it is drivable again?
It's drivable. It's mix and match parts on it. They happen to have a donor truck over in the junkyard, and they worked on it, and it kept on. Originally, it was supposed to be like a couple $100, like maybe $300 to get fixed. And then that went $300 went to like $400 and some, and the 400 went to 500, and the 500 went to 600, and now we stopped at 600 and like 680 some, 670 some. So yeah. And so at least I have my truck back, and everything else seems to be pretty much fine on it. But even though all the repairs they didn't fix my parking brake, and they forgot to hook up my left turn signal in the front. So yeah,
You don't need that.
the thing is that it has a standard S10 front on it now instead of S10 Extreme front, so I'm not going to be dragging and hitting things every time I pull up to a like a curb. But park like normal. Actually, I have good clearance now.
Hey, Mike, I think the gain on your mic jacked back up again.
I'm going to check it out. I'm checking it out right now.
I still have a motorcycle to ride this spring and summer. I mean, I know it's several months away, but yeah, I'm probably going to be getting another roommate in my little place.
Another one.
Another one.
you just need to get one of those, change your pictures to who is it? Who's that meme of? What's his name?
I'm turning into like a Mexican house, I guess. We had like 20 people.
No, you need about 7-8 people there before that happens.
Well, we're up to be me and 2 roommates.
That's only 3, dude. You're not up to 8 or 9 yet.
Well, Gabby was with me for a while, but of course I told you about the entire Nana thing. I have to take care of the old lady, and I like her and everything. It's going to be really sad when she goes.
What happened?
My fiance's Nana has some. Well, she's old. And she can't walk, so I have to every night go to her house and put her to bed. And then every morning I have to go and get her out of bed. And, she has home health aides and stuff that come along and, help her through some other things that she needs to do. And I was supposed to live in with her at her house, but I can't keep this house and check in that house and check at the same time, so, yeah. Solution? Another roommate. Oh, yeah. I'll literally be bouncing between 2 houses. And then Ark is actually possibly going to be coming at some point down to live with us as well. And we're probably just going to either fix up this place and make it really big, or find another place and, have just a headquarters.
Yeah, but you're just paying rent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but someone else owns the place, right?
Kind of. I mean, it's pretty loose termed.
Pretty
either
loose
way.
term.
Yeah, no one cares. No one cares, really. As long as you pay whatever amount of money they want, they don't care. It's like, yeah, we could have a meth lab down the road. No one cares. You could have a guy shooting a shotgun off his front porch. No one cares.
Still there, Mike? I think he's having problems with Mike.
Microsoft keeps boosting it on me.
Yeah, at least I'm going to change the mold around here. Instead of like doing the normal atypical thing of drugs and like weapons and stuff, I'm going to try to make swords. Yeah, just going to be, people's going to hear something that sounds like a small jet taking off, and it's going to be my blast forge going. Like I can just see it. Cops going to come around and be like, "What you doing?" Melting metal.
You know that's going to be a fortune in gas, right?
Oh no, not as much as you might think. Propane is much cheaper than gasoline.
Yeah, but you got to keep that thing hot all the time.
Only 3,000 degrees.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
underestimate the power of propane.
How long is it? How long would it take to heat up the forge?
15, 20 minutes to start melting aluminum.
Okay, that's about what, quarter of a bottle?
That's about one camp propane tank.
So you'd have to change it every.
It only costs about $40 to fill a 90-pound propane tank, and that will keep my forge running for many hours, many hours. Yeah, it's not as expensive as you might think. I could also use coal if I wanted to, but propane is cheaper. Or if I wanted to get a little bit more dangerous, I could just get a lot of Kenthal and use electricity. Or electricity and propane at the same time. That'd work. Anyway, I gotta get back to work.
Okay.
All right.
You bouncing?
Yep. Hold on. Gotta find the button. I have 3 screens and about 60 different tabs open. I got to find which one is there. Okay, bye.
All right. Okay. His lunch must be over. Mike is changing devices, so you guys get to suffer with me. Oh shoot, guys, how's it going? Surprised we actually have this many people here. Yep. The one who left, that was Shadowfoot. Met him last fall, I think. I don't know. But anyway, people will start coming back. Shadow just has to work tonight. You can handle. Yeah, I know. You got to handle me for a minute. Yeah. None of us have a life. Work, but slow as fuck. Boogers. Open invite. Anyone wants to join? I'll send you a link. But yeah, guys. Today is my normal day off, so Thanksgiving is just another day for me. And I think Christmas this year is on a Sunday. So some of my fan came over to the shadow side. Not Thanksgiving. Just like I said, it's just another day to me. I don't know. All you had to do is really just log into the account, jump on your Skype, and I'll send you the link. Oh yeah, I'm back at it tomorrow too. Like I said, this is my regular day off, so I went down to do my laundry this morning. My mom's like, "You're doing laundry today?" I said, "Yeah, it's Thursday, my normal day off." So yeah, tomorrow is 31 days to Christmas. Can't believe 31 days to Christmas. Yeah, they already been playing Christmas music here for the last since Tuesday. They've been sneaking them in. Now, since after Thanksgiving, tomorrow, that's all it's going to be on the radio. Pick up a range tomorrow. That sounds like fun. Sounds like lots of fun. Mark thought we would be busy. Now we are way, way, way overstaffed. Yeah, 2 hours, 30 minutes away. Thank you. Okay, Matt. Coming at you. Coming at you. Link 2. You coming back in, Shadow? Just the link to join. That's what we're talking about. Link to join. Everyone, fear it. Fresh link. Yeah, the link changes every time a new Hangout's made. So here you go. Boop. Melted tomato. No. What's up, Gopher? How's it going, buddy? If you want to join in again, let me know, man. We'll let you in. Pretty much like everyone who comes, you're all welcome to join. What's up, Levi? Ain't seen you in a while. Oh, I hear a kid again. What's up, Matt? I don't know if you can hear me. Matt? Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was a
that's me.
cat.
She's in the background here.
Okay.
Let me close out
What's up, Matt?
YouTube.
All right, Gopher. I will send it to you via.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Can
can
you hear me?
Yep.
That's me. She's in the background here.
If you remember watching live stream, you gotta mute the live stream. All right, Gopher. I will send it to you via.
I can hear you.
You got me, Dante?
Yep.
Okay.
Holy smokes, I am lagging like crazy right now.
The lag is real.
What'd you do? Run mic off?
Changing devices. Levi, my Thanksgiving, like I said before, it's more or less just another day for me. because Thursday's my day off to do my laundry and stuff around the house. And
I get this.
I went up to my brother's. He had dinner around like 1:30, which was way too early. So I came back around. I came back around 3, so 3:30 or 4. Finished my laundry and did a few other small things, and that's about it.
Yeah, I got to have fun running all over hell and back trying to find my next door neighbor's damn dog that decided to jump the fence and bolt.
Puppy.
Ugh. All fence and this damn dog cleared it. And the neighbors ain't home. They're not answering messages or calls or anything. And I haven't got the slightest idea where this dog is.
Just going for an adventure.
I spent my whole day getting rained on and ended up having a mud hole suck my shoe off.
Oh God!
After this damn dog.
I fucking hate that.
About 800 yards away from the house out in the middle of a field, and it sucked my shoe off, and I was unable to retrieve the shoe.
So you walked home without a shoe? Is that what happened?
Clothes on, threw my shoes on, my other shoes on, hopped in the truck, and went.
So,
It's raining all day.
Like I said, you pretty much just walked home without a shoe, or?
Not pretty much. It's exactly what I did.
Ah.
I had the grandbaby next to me throwing candy in a glass candy bowl. It was pinging. That's the reason I was muted.
It's all good. So how was your Thanksgiving, Matt?
I ate. We ate about 12:30 over at my wife's parents' house. It was a pretty day. I'm going for a ride this afternoon, but after I ate, I come home and laid down. It was over. Slept till it was about dark.
God, I found this old key thing. I doubt they even make anything like this anymore. It's actually it's actually supposed to be a letter opener, but I bet you could do some damage. I bet you could do some damage with that. It's supposed to hang off your keys, but
yeah, you probably do a little something with that. Pretty cool looking.
Mike, donate that to you. Is that his prison shank?
So
yeah, when I was a kid, you used to be able to get things like that for Christmas or a birthday gift and think it was the greatest thing in the world to get a little buck knife.
But that's not a buck knife.
Oh, I understand, but still.
Like I said, today's world, I doubt they even make these. Christ. I forgot I had this.
You show me a kid
I think
that ain't
I remember stuff like that in machines that you put a coin in, twist the knob, and a little container comes out. And it's got stuff like that in it.
Yeah, you show me a kid that hasn't cut at least half of his thumb off by the time he's 9, and I'll show you a kid that ain't really lived.
I cut mine completely off.
So you're saying I haven't lived?
No, well, you ain't. You're not quite as old as I am. They've sewed an awful lot of appendages back on me quite a few times from the farm.
I mean, my medical chart looks like an erector set. I mean,
yeah, I keep telling them every time I go to the doctor, I look like 30 miles of bad railroad track.
I mean, I'm not missing nothing, but speaking about,
you got to lose at least.
Speaking about,
you got to lose at least one finger and eat 5 pounds of dirt before you're 9, or you just ain't making it.
Talking about,
I did that on a Honda Odyssey.
Talking about him shooting his thumb off. My coworker actually shot his big toe off.
On purpose?
No.
Well, there's the problem.
Christ, let's see here. I think he said he was like 12. He was out deer hunting, and I can't remember how I said it happened, but yeah, he's got like 4 toes on one foot. And it was his big toe too.
Yeah, most of my hunting partners lost at least one finger in a granary accident by the time they were 9. So,
.38 special. Hammer didn't mix. Oh man. So how was your Thanksgiving, Gopher?
it was really, really good. Went over to my sister's. We had some relatives pop in and out. So we started eating around 12. I think I finished the first shift at 1:30, started my second shift at 3, fell asleep, woke up, and finished eating dessert just about an hour ago.
Your second shift.
Oh, yeah. I think we brought home probably 30 pounds of leftovers. So I'm going to go out there in about an hour and see if I can pack some more into it and go into a diabetic coma.
and that's how you're going to sleep tonight.
Pretty much. All the pain medication in the world don't have nothing on the tryptophan on a good turkey.
Jesus. Oh man.
I've been watching some of your videos, Gopher. I've got a while to catch up, or a lot to catch up on, but build any cars, or do you work on them? I know you like showing and looking at them, but
well, yeah, that type of thing's done years ago. My health issues have kind of my hands have gone bad, my back's bad. Just there's pretty much not much on me that's good anymore. So, but no, I kind of resided myself down to just taking pictures and traveling around and looking at them and stuff. But you know, you got to get some enjoyment. But back in the day, we used to build a few things now and then.
The whole time I'm watching, like your last one, I mean, there wasn't many cars there, but the ones that were there, I was just sitting there thinking how much money people pile into those things.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of the guys that I'll talk to, they want to sit and tell me about their machine for, you know, what they got, what they did this. And I said, really, did you do this? Oh, no, I paid a guy to do it. I would much rather sit down with the guy that built it and it looks like crap, but he's proud of it anyway. That's my type of stuff. The more rust, the better I like it.
Well, normally that means it's cheaper to get.
Yeah, they don't have to put as much money into it. Listen, if you're washing and waxing it, dude, you ain't riding. And if you ain't riding, you ain't living. So I just can't get the set in there thing. Now, I'm not downing them for that, but that's just not me in particular. But I do appreciate them still around. So that's why I like going out and take pictures of
them. I got me a bottle of this. I'm going to go down and work my bike over here.
Yeah, well, that's different than $100 bottle of some super clean stuff that some multimillionaire is trying to sell some guy, saying that it'll protect his $130,000 paint job. You know, I just can't get behind all that. Now, like I said, that's fine for them. That's not for me. I'd rather have dirt all over it, and it starts every day, and I get to run it down the street.
Oh yeah.
Knock the rust off a little bit, and then hit it with a few coats of clear coat and go.
Cleaner and greaser.
Here's my favorite saying on that. If you watched one of my videos and stuff, it ain't rust, it's go fast dust.
That's what you call natural weight reduction.
That's it. The faster I go, the lighter she gets.
Supposed to be what held the fenders on and shit.
I have actually lost fenders while going down the highway, so you know.
Lost fenders? Well, yes. So.
Oh yeah, I had some old Datsuns that we put some 235 straight sixes in with Power Glide transmissions to race. I've actually lost the front fenders off of them at about 120.
Well, what's real cool is when you see the typical Ohio truck going down the road and the back side panels of the beds doing this.
I've had many of those.
You just look at that going, wow.
I had a
I like the ones.
Go ahead, go.
I said I like the ones that once you get them up to speed, that's all you can do to hold it from white line to white line. That yellow line in the middle is just a suggestion.
Keep it between the ditches. Didn't say nothing about which ditch. Ain't that right?
I had a 51 Chevy pickup, 5-window, and I was going down 26 one day and getting off an exit, you know, one of these big curved exit. The battery dropped out of the floorboard and hit the road, and I drug it a little ways.
Yeah, I've had the bottom drop out of a few cars. You get the Fred Flintstone thing going on every now and then.
My dad always told a story about my mom's car when he met her. He opened the trunk for whatever reason and seen daylight. He looked at and what the hell did he say it was? It was some Plymouth. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, he said you opened the trunk and there was just daylight.
Well, with something like that, you don't have to worry about taking the body out when you get there. It'll just grind off on the way there.
I think he said it was a Plymouth Fury. You don't need a trunk. What's that for?
Yeah, well, my family, if you can take the trunk lid off of most cars, we had a whole bunch of old Buicks. You just make a pickup truck out of it anyway. So, you know, you just throw more iron in it.
cut the back section out, make it a little bit lower.
Yeah, my papa used to have a whole fleet of 56 Buicks. Every time he found one, he'd buy one, and he had wreckers mounted to the back of them. He'd take the trunk lid off and use it for a pickup truck. He would weld I-beams in the back and go pick up other cars with it. So yeah. I've watched him build things right in the. That was the first time I think maybe I was 9 when I watched somebody actually rebuild a motor while it was still sitting in the front of the car, strip it down to the block, hone it out with some old string and sand and gravel and flush it and grind it and rebuild it, and it still run.
That's when you had room in the engine bay to do that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they were huge, but by the time you got done, I don't think any one of the 8 cylinders was the same size.
No, because you were just dressing it in anyway. There was no such thing as bore gauges.
No, he would just mix match. He just mix match pistons and rings till he got one that sealed enough for him.
It's like, oh, that's good.
Well,
It sounded like it had a 3/4 out grind on the racing cam, but it just would keep loping because you were pulling out 30 centimeters more air and fuel in one cylinder than we were the next one.
Yeah, like I said, there was no bore gauges involved. It was like, yeah, that looks like it's about where I want it.
Oh, Mike's back. I got to go.
What's up, Mike?
I made it back.
Oh, remember we were talking about chain lube and I couldn't find mine? I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. That's right. I can fix this. I need to change the camera.
I use Vaseline.
You use Vaseline.
No, we're talking about
jelly.
chain lube, Mike. Chain lube.
I use chains. I use whips. Oh, wait a minute. This is a clean one tonight.
Really?
Yes.
See here. How do I change your video? There we go. All right. Now you can actually read it.
At least it's a good brand.
I forget how much I paid for this cocksucker, but it actually, like I said, I found my old can too, which I don't feel like going to go get it. But this stuff, when you spray it on, it actually foams.
I use PB Blaster chain lube from the Tractor Supply.
Yeah, that's a good stuff.
You know what? Hold on, I'll be back. Let me go get the other can.
I do have. I'm currently working my way through some chain wax that I bought a few years ago. I'm not really caring for it.
Do you spray it on or do you pack it in?
You just spray it on. And it's the good stuff because
Okay.
Lucas, you little fart stick.
All right, this was the first chain lube I bought. Don't use a KLR on it.
What did that branding cost you?
Dude, I forget. You know it's good shit when it has that on the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
Danger vapor harmful.
Well, it's only harmful if you can remember what you're doing.
Otherwise, you don't spray it directly into your nose.
It was cheap because it says KLR on it.
Dedicated to performance since 1959. Yeah, this was the first chain lube I bought, which this actually is about half a can. That's about a quarter of a can of.
Where's it made at?
I don't know. Where would that be?
Does it say Kawasaki, China?
So it actually says made in USA. Copyright of it's 2002. This was on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, they were just flying off the shelf.
It said it was Freeborn Way, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Or Freedom Way, I'm sorry.
Well, that's Hoosier Goop.
Hoosier Goop. That's the place they put chicken poop on their lips.
Hey, it says made in USA, and it actually has the periods in it.
There you go.
So, at least we can make chain lube here.
Yeah, nobody will buy it.
I bought it.
Oh.
To one customer.
And the date on the can is what?
Well, no, that's the copyright date. It was 2002.
I dare any of you to walk into a motorcycle shop and say, I want some KLR chain lube.
I got just the stuff for you. Let's see here. Where's this Lucas made at?
Wisconsin.
This says made in USA, but it doesn't have the periods.
Probably India.
It better be Wisconsin.
It says California.
Oh, see, that's that knockoff shit. Because if that doesn't have some Wisconsin gopher grease in it, it ain't worth a crap.
But yeah, it's good enough for government work. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, somebody mentioned government work. It'd cost 20 times more if it was for government.
Oh Christ, yeah. They'd never pay it off.
I got a couple of those $10,000 hammers that the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base bought and charged the government $10,000 a piece for them. And you wouldn't believe what's stamped onto the bottom of them.
Made in China.
Malaysia.
$10,000 hand.
Yeah, they came from the research laboratory of Wright-Pat.
That's some high quality hammers right there.
Yeah, I think I've broke one in half about 3 different times and had to weld it back.
You broke a hammer in half?
Yeah, I don't think they were made for anything stronger than a grade 2 bolt.
Why are you hitting bolts of a hammer?
That's the way we do it on the farm, Bubba.
Well, no, you're supposed to go get a flat wrench, not a hammer.
No, you got to listen, this is what my grandpappy taught me. You got to get the bolt's attention before you go to loosen the nut. That works the same way when you take a girl out for the first time.
Hit her in the head with a hammer?
You got to crack her in the back of the head to get her attention.
Pretty much.
So you drag her into the cave by the hair, right?
Or whatever's hanging out.
I live in the wrong state.
Whatever female viewers I had, I just lost.
Oh, it went downhill since I left, huh?
Pretty much. No, it's since I joined.
No, you good.
Oh.
Listen, you got to remember, this is what Ohio is. Everybody south that wanted to get away came up here. If they were lazy, they stopped in Ohio. If they wanted to work hard, they kept going to Detroit.
They kept going to Detroit. So what's the excuse now? Because Detroit's pretty much dead.
I was just going to say, now you see the state of Detroit. They should have stopped here with us lazy asses.
Oh my. Holy shit.
Yeah, Ohio ain't that bad. At least I'm, well, no other state will let me cross the border into it, but Ohio's not that bad.
Well,
we could sneak you into Pennsylvania. I don't care.
Well, we need to introduce him to the Buckeye Boys.
Oh boy, that he'd be even lazier.
well, no. The Buckeye Boys there. I mean, like for comedic value. Get him and Keith.
Oh, Keith could be really awesome with being in the comedy value. He's backed off a little bit, but he's cool. That.
Well, I'm just saying, get Gopher and Keith together and just sit back and watch the magic happen.
Well, they're not that far away from each other, really. Newcomerstown isn't that far.
Really? Does the batteries in his ankle bracelet let him go that far?
He gnaws his leg off and leaves the leg behind.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it wasn't for my technical abilities, they'd have noticed that I left the state many times in the late 80s, early 90s.
Well, actually, see, there's actually a GPS dead zone over the state of Ohio, so those ankle bracelets don't work.
Yeah, that's pretty true in a couple places, for real.
I had a bad experience with GPS in Ohio. It took me out in the freaking no man's land, freaking Dutchy country, and
dude, you need to show me where that was. I need to see where that was.
I didn't want to be there in the first place. I was lost. How the heck am I going to take it back?
Hell, it was Ohio. Why would you want to be here?
When he went to come down for the weekend, I gave him my address. He put the address in the GPS. This was taking him everywhere except to my house.
Sounds like something a TomTom would do.
This was a Magellan.
Worse.
So he called. So finally, he called me and told me where he was. I said, okay. So I tried to give him directions, and then he called me again by the time I got home. And I said, okay, tell me where you're at. I said, stop right there. I'll come get you.
I made it to Wheeling. Scared the crap out of me on that freaking bridge.
I wish you would have had video of it. I wanted to see I would have loved to see your reaction.
By that time, I didn't give a crap about video.
Were you on the bike?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, I got video of me going across that bridge.
Isn't that the one that's you can see the water through the grating?
Yeah. It's over 100 years old.
Yeah, I've been across that in a sandrail. Ain't fun.
You've been to Wheeling?
Oh yeah, we used to do off-road racing and stuff. And when they put that grating in, I got those big mutter tires on the front and back of my sandrail and dune buggies and stuff. Man, we hit that grating, and it was everything I can do to hold it in somewhat of a straight line.
You rode a sand rail on the road?
Yeah, we run them everywhere. You remember, it's Ohio.
Oh no, I'm talking about West Virginia.
I know where you're talking. Yeah, I run my sand rail back in the day when I was in better health. I'd stay up Friday night, get it all ready, get up Saturday morning, take off, and come back Sunday afternoon. And I'd head in whatever direction I went and just stop to fill up and keep driving. I've been everywhere in those things.
It had plates on it, I guess?
Oh, yeah, they were all street legal. Yeah, well, I had plates on them. I can't say they were legal, but I had plates on them.
You had Ohio legal, pretty much.
Yeah, you can pretty much legalize anything here in Ohio, dude. All these other states all around us and stuff saying they have this trouble getting license or titles or what. Shit, I can get a title made and have plates on anything here.
Wish I would
have. Hell, I'm running the Gopher. I'm running the Gopher. What do you think?
Yeah, but that plate is a motorcycle.
Yeah. And it's only supposed to do 45 miles an hour, too.
Well,
wish I would have known you back whenever I had my 400 LTD.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't. No, I don't have the 400. I gave that thing away. That was before I got the 750. I got that thing here. It came from Ohio, and the owner died. It ended up in a scrapyard. It was in really decent shape. I just couldn't get a hold of a title for it.
Yeah, there's a problem. Now, I don't usually buy any vehicles outside the state because when you try and transfer ownership from state to Ohio, there's a tremendous amount of paperwork that goes on with that. But if you have an Ohio title and it has, even though it hasn't been run for 10, 15, 20 years, you don't even get, well, I don't even need to get them inspected anymore. We just go to get insurance and that's it.
Yeah, Ohio has what's called roadside inspection.
Well, see,
Yeah.
the thing is, it had at one time it had Ohio title to it. If you run the VIN numbers for it, it had everything is for Ohio. It just ended up in Pennsylvania somehow, and I'm like, how can I get a title for this stupid thing? Pennsylvania didn't want to touch it.
No, they wouldn't. You'd have to come back to Ohio, get a title, go back to Pennsylvania, and get it transferred over. I mean, that's what I've always had to do.
But then you'd have to find the original the owner that had it in Ohio, right?
They'll run the. I mean, I've always had them run the numbers and stuff. I go into the DMV, and a couple of guys that I've known for years, they'll run the numbers and see if it comes back stolen, reported, liened, or whatever.
But if it's not, then you still have the previous person's name on it, right?
Right, but if it, depending on how many years that person has even driven it or it's been licensed for, had a license on it, you can get it run, put a notification out. If no response is, you can still have it titled into your name. Or that's what I've done. I don't know if it's legal or not.
Well, no, that's kind of like here. You can file for what's called title of abandonment.
Well, see, this thing here, the last, let's say, legal owners with the title, he passed away and didn't have any family members to get a hold of. So it was a dead end.
I had just file abandonment thing. I mean, that I never had too much trouble getting it. I mean, all my old Cushmans that sat out on the farm for 30 years and never been street legaled for, plus that, I never had any trouble with just taking the number or the stamp number off and going down and just getting a new title made for it.
Pennsylvania's
I gave that. Oh, yeah, Pennsylvania is messed up. But the bike was in really nice shape. I mean, I was surprised. Like, how in the hell did this end up in a scrapyard? Did the series of the numbers on the motor match the series of the numbers on the chassis, the frame? Yes. Yeah, it was matching numbers. Yeah, it was an 80 model too. Yeah, it wouldn't be somewhere, because I mean, there's been a lot of bikes that I would get that the series on the chassis stamp didn't match anything close to the year or series on the frame. Then you got a little bit of issue, but if it all matched, they can run the numbers pretty quick, because I've had frames that were legal and motors that were stolen. See, that really gets into what I'm planning on doing with the 750. I'd like to get my hands on another motor, because that motor's bad, and you swap it out instead of having it fixed. Try and get the title for that motor, for the motor that you're getting if you're parting out another one. So, I mean, it's best to buy the whole thing, because when I go to do my sand rails, I have to have receipts for everything that I purchase. Plus, if I'm using parts off of other cars, they just want me to have the numbers. Now, that seems like a big mess, but it's not, as long as you keep the paperwork straight.
Well, actually, no, he wouldn't need to do that. The only thing that would be coming in if the bike's already in his name. Yeah, the
750's in my name. All I got to do is get another motor for Pennsylvania. Don't care what the numbers on the motor is, as long as it's not stolen, Yeah, well, Ohio's like that now, but back when I was doing it like about 30 years ago, they kind of wanted, paperwork on everything. But after they got rid of that EPA thing here in Ohio, dude, you can just do just about anything you want.
I know here, as long as the title you're taking is from this state, you don't have to take it to the notary. They'll literally take whatever you told them you paid for it. Okay, but if it's come from out of state, they want it notarized. Heck, I've joked around about getting one of those Harbor Freight freaking trailers, those little lightweight trailers. In Pennsylvania, they're next to impossible to title them, it seems like. I've joked around about building one down at Dante's house, then just abandon it and let him get an abandonment title for it. It'd be easier than switch it, just have paid $1 for it or something,
Right. I mean, that's they come with a ownership certificate and
Yeah.
a weight certificate. And all I did when I assembled mine, because it was cheaper that way than to buy the axles, bearings, steel, and all that stuff. So I built the base for my little advertisement trailer from one of those, and I took it right down there and went right to the title bureau, and they went click, click, stamp, stamp. Here you go. No problems, no questions.
Pennsylvania, they're ridiculous. They want like pictures 5 different direct ways. They want you take it down and have it weighed, and I mean they make it so hard, and then you got to wait for a year or two for the title to come back.
Do you have to give them? Do you have to give them like a stool sample and a urine specimen and all that crap too?
And a vial of blood, yes, and your first 2 born children, which I gladly give them mine, but.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, listen. In instances like that, the gopher would just be hauling the damn thing around with plates off another trailer on it.
Because I'm actually interested in getting a small trailer, one of those fold-up jobs that I can put along the wall in my garage. That way, if somebody breaks down on a bike, I can just go out and pick them up and wheel them in and stick the thing back on the road, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. That's not a problem. Now, are you going to be hooking it to the bike or hooking it to a vehicle?
I'll be hooking it up to my SUV.
Yeah,
I mean the SUV actually have the front wheel chock that goes into my receiver.
Yeah,
they make it for trikes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've got several of them that I've made. Yeah,
I've actually got one that was bought back in the '60s. My father-in-law bought it.
Yep.
He hauled from Pennsylvania to California with it and back, and he had no need for it because his bikes are too wide a tire and too big. A bike to pull, just to pick up. I'm like, I could use that, but a heavy bike, good luck picking it up, you know?
Yeah, we to haul stuff like I mean, when I had my sand rails and the trikes and the other stuff years ago, we just made what they called a T-bar trailer. It had one long tongue, and it had a really wide axle that was right at maximum 9-foot width. And basically, anything that broke down, we just drove up onto it. The front wheels hung on the T-bar. You can haul motorcycles, trikes, cars, anything on those things. It's just a T-bar with 2 wheels in the back, 2 little buckets where the rear tires go, and the front of the vehicle just slides up the I-beam.
Cool.
And they're super. Back when we were building those, they used to do things by weight. Well, these things weighed hardly nothing. Well, under a certain amount of weight, you used to not have to have tags at all.
Oh, that's a no-no today.
But yeah, I understand that now. But I mean, that's what they were doing then. Now I got tags for this little trailer, and the insurance and everything goes right with the Gopher insurance. And that little trailer weighs absolutely nothing. One person can go out and pick it up. Even with my signboard that I welded the signboard on top of that. And I mean, I've got it set so I can take 4 bolts out, and the sides fold out from a TP to straight up and down, and I can put a sheet of plywood in it and use it for a regular trailer if I had to.
Here in Tennessee, these small personal use trailers, you don't have to tag them at all. But if you're hooking to a commercial vehicle on it,
good luck taking that to another state that doesn't recognize that.
Oh, yeah. Well, my camper, I've got it tagged because we go up into Virginia, North Carolina.
The Glamper? The Glamper.
Yeah, the Glamper.
They used to have those ones they called a tag-along that had 1 wheel in the back that was on a pivoting. So it was a spindle like a trolley wheel. And the 2 front halves of the trailer would actually mount to the bumper, one on each side from turn signal to turn signal. So when you're pulling it down the road, that trolley wheel would just follow you wherever you were going. When you back up, the trolley wheel will just go into reverse. And those don't have to have, to my knowledge, as of even today, since they are part of the vehicle, They don't have to have tags because they utilize a lot of them to put mobility chairs, handicap wheelchairs and stuff on. It's actually part of the vehicle. I've seen them and have lawnmowers on them, motorcycles on them, and everything.
I've seen a few of those around here.
So, see, the ones
Looks
I've
like
seen
kind of
around here are the actual like platforms that hang off the receiver,
Yeah.
not the no wheels. They just hang off the receiver.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about actually has, they either have 1 or 2 wheels in the back that's like the front wheel, a trolley wheel on a shopping cart, and it just follows the vehicle wherever you go. And since it is attached permanently, semi-permanently to the vehicle and isn't plugged into a receiver, it doesn't flex, and it follows directly behind the vehicle, it's part of the vehicle here in Ohio, and they don't put plates at all on them. But I've seen them haul a lot of weight on them.
Well, those little cages that hang off the receiver, you don't put plates on those.
No, that's
No, you don't.
part of the vehicle.
The only time you put your plates on is if you're like
car into kind of a flatbed truck, sort of.
if you were to put something on it in Pennsylvania that could cover up your vehicle plate, then you're supposed to remove your vehicle plate and put it on the back of those racks.
Yeah, with the light. Yeah.
Yep.
Over here, it just matters if it's visible or not. They don't really care where it is. They just want it visible.
Because I have a bicycle carrier for the back of my SUV, which never got used. But if I would use it, I'd have to remove my SUV plates and put it on the rack itself because the bikes would cover up the plates.
I know my brother lived in Missouri for a little while, and the way Missouri was is it didn't matter if your plate was on the front or the back of the car, just as long as it was one or the other. That's all that mattered. Like if you had a trailer on the back, you'd put it on the front.
Plates are optional.
He told me that. I said, "What?"
Yeah, you can't do that in Ohio. They've been trying to remove that front plate for years, but State Highway Patrol and municipals are not going to go for that. They want to see you coming and going as much as they can. They really lose their mind if it even gets a little bug guts and mud on it.
Now, does Ohio have registration stickers?
Yes.
See, I'm waiting for my first time I get pulled over in Ohio for having an out-of-date registration sticker on my bike or my SUV. Because Pennsylvania discontinued that at the beginning of 2017.
Well, most other states won't mess with that. They won't mess with an expired registration sticker.
Stay out of Indiana.
Well, Indiana and I don't have good relations right now anyway.
And Michigan.
Why is that?
Because every time I would take my Sanrio, Indiana to go racing in the sand dunes or go to Mission to Big Bear Dunes to go racing, they gave me crap that said, this is an off-road vehicle. And I said, I have an off-road vehicle sticker on it. They said, that's for Ohio. You have to buy one here. That'll be $180.
I'd say, well, you can fight that because unless you're going to be in that state for more than like a month or two, they can't really. The way that's supposed to work is like goofy little like laws like that. One state can't force you to adhere to if it's not your home state.
Right.
That's falls under the state commerce law.
Right. That's what they told me, saying, and the $100 and whatever was for visitor status. The people that lived there, it was only like $20 for an off-road vehicle, an ORV sticker for the resident, but visitor people, I said, really, you guys want to do that for your tourist commerce and stuff? I said, that doesn't sound real good. But back then, the Gopher made really good money back in the 70s and 80s, and I just paid it.
I think I would have fought that.
Let me guess, he wanted cash on the side of the road.
Yeah. Yeah, most of those guys, like I said, Indiana and Michigan, pretty much.
Like, do you have a credit card you can put this on?
Yeah, no, I never. Back then, we didn't. I didn't. I wasn't real. And even to today, if it wasn't for needing certain things, I'm not a big plastic person. So yeah, that's when I was, packing money and packing lead, throwing objects at the same time.
They must be very.
But the state.
I think I would have fought that a little bit. Because that's what that is.
I just wanted to go racing.
That's extortion at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're sitting right outside the facility where you pull in to get ready to go racing, and I just wanted to go racing. But yeah, that's what they're doing. Well, he had a whole handful of those stickers. I mean, I kept thinking, well, I could have printed those up for you.
I don't know which state it is, but wherever I hate Diet Cola lives, they must be very strict there. He's even got trees tagged there.
That's Washington State.
It's just a license plate that I found up in the hills at deer camp, and I was like, okay, you know what? Decorations.
Well, that wouldn't last. That wouldn't last 10 seconds in Ohio. That'd be full of so many holes it'd look like cheese.
Oh, yeah, that license plate's full of holes now, but it's still hanging in that very same spot after like 4 years.
There you go.
Nice target.
Absolutely. I camp in that spot every year.
I don't know. It's
all right, guys. I'm gonna have to drop out.
all right. You leave him, Matt.
Nice to see you, Matt.
You guys take care.
Yeah, you
Take care, buddy. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to go and eat my third dessert.
Your third dessert?
Eat a fourth one for me.
Yeah, that'll be about midnight.
You're going to do your midnight fourth.
You guys take care.
Yeah, take it
You
easy.
too.
Thank y'all.
Yep, no problem. Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock. I guess I'll end the live portion of this. As always.
Shit, it's almost 9 there?
Yeah. As always, everyone who came, thanks for coming. Always appreciate it. I was debating on even doing this live stream tonight because Thanksgiving, but it turned out all right. We had some viewers. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and see you next week.
Bye.
Adios, everybody.
Yeah.